I'm Lee Rosen for Divorce Discourse. We are here on the show floor at ABA Tech Show in Chicago. Today we're interviewing a gentleman that has put together a terrific product, Contract Express. It's a cloud-based document assembly system. What does it mean exactly to be in the cloud? This is Tim Allen, by the way. Tim, what's it mean to be in the cloud?
Well, it means that you can get systems up more quickly, more cheaply, without infrastructure, and basically it reduces the time to implementation.
So is there any software that you have to run on your machine that you're working on, or is it all done over the internet?
The authors, the people creating the content that's going to be subsequently generated into documents, they have to have a small module installed into Word 2007, but all the other people, the users, the fee earners, the clients potentially, they can just access the software through the browser.
So the authors, tell me about authoring a document. If you want to set something up for your users to be able to assemble, how complicated is that?
You need to know what you're talking about as a lawyer. You know, any sort of document assembly is a fantastic garbage in, garbage out machine. So what you want to do is you want to have your subject matter specialists actually working on the template, not a programmer or not a paralegal. But given that they know what they're talking about, using the system is as simple or as easy or as difficult as using Word.
Most of the lawyers that I work with do know their stuff, but they're not really IT guys. They're not computer guys. Are they going to be able to use your system and turn these documents that they want to make into templates easily, or do they need to be an IT guy, or do they need their IT guy to do it?
They don't need to have any IT involvement or even knowledge at all. All they have to be able to do is to express the template, such that optional language like an alternative jurisdiction clause or an alternative indemnification clause is indicated with square brackets, just like you were going to write it with a red pen or with in Word with just using the standard text markup.
So when you need to go back and produce the document to assemble it, is that done? That's done over the internet?
Yes, so the author, when they've finished the template with the indicating the optional text, they've also expressed how they want the questions answered. So, for instance, if there's a jurisdictional question, what jurisdiction do you want, California, Colorado, Delaware? All those questions are then actually asked through the web browser, through a questionnaire, and all the user has to do, that wants to generate the document, is to answer those questions.
Let's say you've got a small practice, you've got, 20 or 30 documents that you use on a regular basis. How much time would it take a practitioner to learn the system and get those 20 or 30 documents up and running in the cloud, ready for their users to do the assembly with?
That's a very good question. It obviously depends on the complexity of the individual documents. We could be talking about a one-page letter or a 100-page agreement. And I would say that if you consider the amount of time it would take to manually create one of those documents using Word, starting with some form of standard form precedent or model template, model agreement, maybe let's say 2 or 3 times the time it would take just to create a one manually. So you're going to break even basically with 2 or 3 uses.
That makes sense. What does it cost to use your system? What's the pricing like?
Well, it's priced per subscriber, per named user. And the first 60 days of using contractexpress.com in the cloud are free. And then thereafter it's $195 a month or $495 a quarter.
I understand that this is version 1. It was just launched in February, but you're quickly coming out with version 2. What's going to be different or better about that?
Well, the functionality of the current version is already very wide-ranging, and we've had a lot of interest and take-up. And law firms like Simmons & Simmons in the UK have already signed up for the current version, and we're currently, obviously, building in their feedback. So, for instance, the ability to personalize the user interface, brand it according to the law firm that wants to use this to provide a service to its clients through its website. So rather than taking the generic branding today, you can make it look like yours, or whichever law firm wants to make use of this.
And to find out more, you would go to contractexpress.com, is that right?
Yes, www.contractexpress.com, and there you can sign up. And within a couple of minutes, you can install that download that the authors need in Word 2007. There are several YouTube videos which take about 3 minutes each to watch, and you can be up and going very quickly.
Fantastic. Tim Allen, Contract Express, thank you so much for being with us. I'm Lee Rosen for Divorce Discourse.
Thank you very much.